Have you ever wondered what truly determines your quality of life once you pass the age of 70? Perhaps you've noticed that some people in their 70s seem to have endless energy, a bright spark in their eyes, and an eagerness to keep exploring life, while others struggle with daily tasks and withdraw into solitude. If you're curious about why that happens, and more importantly, how you can stay on the brighter side of that equation, you're not alone. In fact, many of us find ourselves asking questions around this time. How do I maintain my independence? Or is there a secret formula for staying healthy and happy in my senior years? The wonderful news is that these questions don't have to remain a mystery. According to various studies, there are certain habits that appear to predict how robust our health can be and possibly how long we might live after turning 70. And guess what? These habits might be simpler than you imagine. Picture yourself enjoying a sunny day in your neighborhood in the United States, perhaps sitting on a porch in Florida, watching the grandkids play, or strolling through a local park in Ohio alongside neighbors you've known for years. This is not just a distant dream. As you'll discover, a few mindful routines can help you turn that vision into your everyday reality. Some of these might sound familiar, like staying physically active, but we'll dig deeper because this is about more than just exercise. We're going to explore 7 practices that people who live well beyond their 70s, often into their 80s and 90s, seem to have in common. The aim isn't to overwhelm you with complicated medical jargon. Instead, let's walk through them as friends, step by step, so you can see how each habit offers both immediate and long-term rewards. By the end of this journey, you'll not only know more about how to gauge your own aging process, but also how to adjust your lifestyle in ways that could add more vibrant years to your life. So, get comfortable, keep an open mind, and let's begin. First, let's talk about something that many doctors and physiotherapists across the US often recommend: regular physical movement, but in ways that fit seamlessly into daily life. You don't have to train like an Olympic athlete to keep your body strong at 70 and beyond. You just need consistency and a dash of creativity. Take the example of James, a 72-year-old retiree in Texas, who used to dread formal workouts. Instead of going to the gym, he created a routine. Every morning he walks to his neighborhood coffee shop for a cup of tea, rather than brewing it at home. What started as a simple stroll to get fresh air became a habit that helps him log a mile each day. Over time, James noticed he had more stamina to take his grandchildren to the zoo and even felt confident enough to join a local walking club. According to research, moderate exercise can support cardiovascular health, reduce joint pain, and enhance mental well-being. Most importantly, physical activity helps maintain balance, reducing the risk of falls, a big concern in older age. If you feel your energy levels are low, consider starting with just 5-minute stretches or gentle walks. You'll be surprised how even small movements can become part of your personal legacy of staying mobile. And if you're comfortable with the idea, why not try the classic stand on one foot test? Simply hold onto a chair, lift one foot off the ground, and see how long you can keep your balance. It's a quick way to gauge your progress. Feel free to let others know in the comments section how many seconds you could manage. You might inspire someone else to start their own balance challenge tomorrow. Staying physically active is just the beginning. A second habit often linked to longevity is having a network of meaningful social connections. Indeed, social ties may not be the first thing you consider when thinking about physical health, but numerous observational studies in the United States have shown a correlation between strong social bonds and lower rates of age diseases. Humans are inherently social creatures, and that doesn't magically change when you retire or when your kids move out. Unfortunately, isolation is a real problem for many older adults, especially in suburban or rural areas. Think of Linda, a 75-year-old woman from California who found herself increasingly lonely after her husband passed away. Instead of letting that loneliness take over, she started volunteering at a local community garden. There, she connected with people of all ages who shared a love for planting flowers and growing fresh produce. Not only did Linda gain friends, but she also felt a renewed sense of purpose. Every time she participates in a garden event or helps someone troubleshoot a stubborn tomato plant, she's reminded that her presence matters and that feeling of belonging can do wonders for the heart and mind. If you've been feeling isolated, you could reach out to a local community center or faith-based group, or even consider hosting a small gathering with neighbors. You might be surprised at how many others around you are craving the same connection. Will you share in the comments a group activity you enjoy or would like to try? That small step can be a huge boost in helping you foster meaningful friendships. Our third habit takes us into the realm of what we eat. Yes, you guessed it, a balanced diet is crucial. But let's focus on the type that genuinely boosts longevity. Picture a plate half filled with colorful vegetables, a quarter with lean proteins such as grilled fish or turkey, and the remaining quarter with whole grains like brown rice. This model is often recommended by nutrition experts and can be more satisfying than you'd think. Many older adults, like Richard from Illinois, were raised on classic American comfort foods, so switching to more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains might feel odd at first. Yet Richard noticed after a month of focusing on a rainbow plate where he picks foods of different colors, he had more energy and even lowered his blood sugar levels slightly. According to a study published by a major American university, diets rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and fiber are linked to better heart health, sharper cognitive function, and a decreased risk of certain chronic diseases. You don't have to eliminate your favorite treats entirely. The key is moderation. Maybe you start by adding a serving of leafy greens to your lunch, or swapping your usual dessert for a bowl of mixed berries. These simple tweaks can become new habits that stick. Perhaps you can also try meatless Mondays, or a veggie first dinner plan once a week. If you already eat this way, share your favorite healthy recipe in the comments. You might inspire someone else to pick up a spatula and give it a go. Equally important is our fourth habit, getting adequate rest. Many people assume that as we grow older, poor sleep is inevitable, but that's often not entirely true. While it's normal for sleep patterns to change with age, adopting strategies to ensure regular restful sleep can have a huge impact on how we feel throughout the day. Poor sleep can lead to elevated stress levels, increased risk of weight gain, and even memory challenges. On the flip side, quality rest promotes cellular repair, mental clarity, and better emotional balance. Consider Susan, a 71-year-old grandmother from Seattle. She used to stay up late watching television shows that ended around midnight, then wondered why she felt groggy and unmotivated in the mornings. After her doctor suggested a more consistent bedtime, she decided to aim for 10 p.m. lights out. She also began dimming the house lights an hour before bed to cue her body that it was time to wind down. Within weeks, Susan noticed fewer mood swings, more energy in the mornings, and a better overall sense of well-being. Small rituals like avoiding caffeine late in the day, turning off bright screens before bedtime, or practicing brief relaxation exercises can all contribute to improved sleep quality. If you have a sleep routine that works wonders, consider leaving a comment. You never know who you might help by sharing. Now let's move to our fifth habit, which is all about mental engagement and lifelong learning. It's easy to think that once we retire, we can push the pause button on our intellectual growth. However, keeping your brain active may actually help ward off cognitive decline and keep you feeling lively. You don't need to sign up for complicated classes if that doesn't suit you, though community college courses for seniors can be great. Something as simple as learning a new hobby like painting landscapes or solving crossword puzzles can keep your mind sharp. In New York, there's a senior center that offers free computer lessons for those 65 and up, and the participants often share how empowering it feels to navigate online platforms, communicate with family through video chats, and research topics that pique their curiosity. One man named Robert, age 78, started an online blog about vintage cars. Not only does he hone his writing skills, but he also connects with fellow enthusiasts across the country. This mental stimulation brings him joy and a sense of accomplishment. According to various reports, the brain is like a muscle. It thrives on consistent use. So, if you've ever been curious about photography, knitting, learning Spanish, or even exploring historical documentaries, go for it. Don't underestimate the power of mental challenges to keep you feeling young. If you have a favorite brain-boosting activity, share it below. Someone else might decide to pick it up thanks to your recommendation. For our sixth habit, let's discuss something that often goes unnoticed but can be just as vital: managing stress through healthy outlets. Everyone experiences stress at some point, and older adults are no exception. In fact, stress in later life can come from a variety of sources: health concerns, financial uncertainties, or the grief that comes with losing loved ones. The real question is, how do we process these tensions in a way that doesn't wear us down? Meet Barbara, a 74-year-old resident of Pennsylvania. She used to bottle up her stress until it manifested in frequent headaches and nagging back pain. At the recommendation of a friend, she tried a gentle chair yoga class for seniors. She was skeptical at first. Would sitting in a chair and stretching really do anything? But lo and behold, after a few weeks, her headache frequency diminished. She even slept better at night and found herself more patient when relatives visited. If yoga isn't your style, you can try simple breathing exercises, nature walks, journaling, or even calling a trusted friend to share your feelings. According to several mental health experts, having a go-to coping strategy can reduce chronic inflammation and support your immune system. It can also prevent stress from escalating into something more serious, like prolonged depression or anxiety. If you're reading this, do you already have a stress management habit? Maybe you take a short afternoon nap, or you listen to soothing music, or you simply watch the sunset. Feel free to let us know how it's working out for you. Your insight could be just what another person needs. Finally, our seventh habit ties together many of the previous ones in a beautiful way: maintaining a sense of purpose. Longevity research suggests that people who wake up with a sense of direction, even if it's as simple as caring for a garden or writing letters to friends, tend to have better health outcomes than those who feel their lives lack meaning. It could be volunteering in your community, mentoring younger folks, or dedicating time to a passion project. Herman, for example, is 79 and living in Michigan. He was once a high school teacher who felt lost after retiring. Then he realized how much he enjoyed sharing knowledge, so he started tutoring local students struggling with math. The gratitude he received and the joy he felt from watching a teenager finally grasp an algebra concept kept him going with enthusiasm. Having a sense of purpose doesn't only spark motivation, it might also help your body's stress response, heart health, and overall resilience. A study by researchers in California indicated that seniors who reported having strong life goals were more likely to engage in healthy behaviors and less likely to experience severe disability. So maybe this is the perfect moment for you to reflect on what makes your days feel meaningful. Is it cooking homemade meals for the family on weekends, singing in a choir, or passing on a cherished family tradition? If a clear purpose doesn't come to you right away, it's okay. Sometimes you discover it by trying new things and paying attention to what lights you up inside. When you look at these 7 habits: consistent physical activity, nurturing social connections, enjoying a balanced diet, prioritizing restful sleep, keeping your mind engaged, managing stress effectively, and embracing a sense of purpose, you might notice that they're interconnected. One habit often supports another. For instance, if you stay socially active by joining a walking group, you're essentially combining physical exercise with meaningful social interaction, boosting your mental health at the same time. Each piece reinforces the others, forming a supportive structure that can hold you steady in your golden years. And remember, it's never too late to start. No matter what your current lifestyle looks like, small, steady changes have a way of adding up over weeks and months, potentially giving you more vitality as the years roll by. Now, let's take a deeper look at what this could mean for you on a personal level. If you're in your mid-50s or early 60s, you have time to ease these habits into your routine before you even hit 70. If you've already celebrated your 70th birthday, congratulations! You have a great opportunity to make the present moment count. Maybe you can start by picking 1 or 2 habits from the list that resonate with you the most. Are you feeling called to try a new hobby that engages your mind? Or are you more drawn to volunteering or reconnecting with an old friend? Taking that first step can create a ripple effect in your life. You might even be astonished by how quickly you see small improvements, a bit more spring in your step, a lighter mood when you wake up, or even a new friend who shares your interest. You may also find that these habits impact not just how long you live, but how meaningfully you live. In other words, it's not only about the quantity of years, but also the quality within them. Think of it as an elderly legacy, the essence of how you show up in your community and family, the memories you create with loved ones, and the stories you pass on to younger generations. There's something profoundly beautiful about aging gracefully, with a sense of fulfillment. Maybe you'll be the grandparent who sparks a grandchild's passion for painting, or the neighbor who starts a garden club in your community. These contributions, large or small, become part of the legacy you leave behind. If there's one major takeaway here, it's the empowering realization that you have more influence over your later years than you might think. Sure, genetics and luck play roles, but your daily choices can tip the scales in your favor. Many older adults in the US have found renewed joy and physical strength just by tweaking their routines. A short afternoon walk, a call to a friend, or cutting down on sugary snacks. Don't let the fear of, "I'm too old for this," hold you back, because that's often a misconception. There's a reason medical professionals say that motion is lotion for the joints, or that a cheerful heart is good medicine. These aren't empty platitudes. They're gentle reminders that our bodies and minds are designed to adapt and flourish at almost any age if we give them the right support. If any particular point struck a chord with you, I encourage you to pop into the comments and share your thoughts. Maybe you've had a real breakthrough in your lifestyle. Perhaps you realized you need more social interaction, or you want to test your balance with the 1-foot challenge. Feel free to ask questions as well. There might be people here who've gone through similar journeys and can offer valuable tips. Interaction itself can be the spark that helps someone finally decide to make a change, so don't be shy about putting your ideas out there. Before we wrap up, let's pull everything into a concise perspective. Every single habit we've explored today points toward one overarching truth. You have the capacity to steer the course of your life after 70. Yes, there will be obstacles. Aches and pains, emotional ups and downs, and unforeseen events are all part of the tapestry of aging. Yet by focusing on these 7 areas, you give yourself a robust foundation to handle the challenges with more resilience. You become the kind of person who might say, "I'm older, but I'm also wiser, calmer, and still full of life." And that outlook, in turn, can inspire the people around you, from family members to neighbors. Now comes the question, where do I start? The simplest answer is start small. If you haven't been active, maybe begin with short walks or easy chair exercises you can do in the living room. If your eating habits need an upgrade, add just one more vegetable to your plate or swap a sugary drink for water with lemon. If you've been feeling lonely, send a text or make a call to someone you trust. If you're restless at night, experiment with turning off electronic devices an hour before bed. If your mind feels bored or sluggish, browse free online courses or pick up a puzzle book the next time you're out shopping. If you notice you're carrying stress in your shoulders or your thoughts keep spinning, take a few slow, deep breaths or watch a relaxation video. And if you feel that your life lacks a driving purpose, reflect on what you've always been curious about, or try volunteering in a cause you believe in. Each small step you take can build momentum. You'll likely discover that making one healthy change leads naturally to another. For instance, better sleep might give you more energy for a morning walk, which might then introduce you to new friends, which in turn could become your support system when you feel down. It's all interconnected, forming a tapestry that supports a richer, fuller life. As we arrive at our concluding reflection, it's worth noting that this stage of life, post-70, can be a golden period of growth, self-discovery, and contribution. Aging doesn't have to be a downhill slide. It can be a stage of refining who you are, appreciating your experiences, and offering your hard-earned wisdom to those who follow. So if you ever catch yourself thinking, "I wish I had started this earlier," remember that the best day to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best day is today. The future you is cheering you on and reminding you that progress isn't about perfection, but rather about meaningful improvements and small victories along the way. To leave you with a final deeper insight, life's true measure isn't merely how long we live, but how present we are in each moment, how much love we share, and how much we grow into our best selves. This is your elderly legacy, a chance to demonstrate that wisdom, kindness, and resilience can shine even brighter with each passing year. Whether your path includes volunteering at a local shelter, mentoring a grandchild, writing a memoir, or simply cherishing each sunrise from your porch, every purposeful action adds a unique color to the tapestry of your life. And it's those vibrant colors of perseverance, empathy, and joy that will remain long after you're gone, serving as a beacon for future generations. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found any part of this helpful or inspiring, I invite you to take action. Be it sharing this with a friend, trying a new habit tomorrow morning, or leaving a comment below about what resonates most. Because at the end of the day, each of us holds the paintbrush to our later years, so go ahead and create a masterpiece that not only endures, but also elevates the lives of everyone around you. You still have plenty of time to shape that masterpiece into something truly remarkable. Remember, your best days might still be ahead, waiting for you to embrace them with open arms.